Right, right. And Matt is a longtime volunteer here, so he's, you know, if you have a question, you know, please ask me. I'm more than happy. Like, I'm here to like help you guys. So interrupt. You know, if you need help, just let me know. Matt's another really good resource, and John and Greg, the other two guys that are out, they're all long-term volunteers, and they really know a lot about what we're doing. And you know, if you have any questions, just if you're not sure about something, I'd much rather you ask me than you know not feel comfortable with what you're doing. So okay. So I think you'll find him. You just go straight down. You know where we've been working. Yeah. You just continue down that way. There's a contractor from the Nature Reserve Commission that did a lot more work. You're going to be impressed. So just kind of keep following down and kind of hidden back there. Cool. So. You guys want to grab gloves? Yeah, grab gloves and it's oh, sure. If you want to maybe grab one of the things and I'll grab the other one. Perfect. Sorry, they're all clean. I just washed them last month because they got really gross, but they might be kind of hard to like find your pair in there. So they got really muddy on the last work day, and so I washed all of them. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's lapper size.
I'm used to using those in the garden and the yard.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay. Look at this.
Slow one. We're just walking. There's nobody after us.
A little Kelly thing.
Are you trying? Do little steps. See how you normally walk.
And then suddenly,
Okay.
hey,
Oh no!
tell me, we gotta start running. Oh, here we go.
Now, check it out. Find the track. There's a track in the back. Don't step in my track. Whoa! I didn't think I could go that far apart.
Here's my track. My tracks are really, really close together. Jason, look, Jason, don't step in my track. Look, mine are really, really close together.
Kate, do you have to stretch to walk in your footprints?
Together. You go from there all the way to here.
But it's because of all your things. I think they were these.
No, these are mine.
Oh. They're not talking about these. Wow.
Are you getting close? That sounds like a personal phone.
Okay, now run. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's cool. You can tell. Come back and look.
See? Look, David. Oh, JJ, don't step in my tracks.
In the middle of this print is that car when you're walking, right? And then you start running and you go from here.
Wow, that's at least twice as far, Cameron.
Here.
Things that you know they might see. This was when I was working the night shift in Cherville. I was leaving for my lunch hour. It was probably 7 p.m. in early part of September, and I saw one tree that looked all brown, and I thought it's too early. Is that tree dying? And, you know, right on a piece of property that my work owned. And as I got closer in the car and looked up, I realized it was completely covered with butterflies. And I realized that I was actually seeing a roost, a monarch roost. They migrate through our area on the way to Mexico. We all see the monarch butterflies flying around in front of your car or in front of your lawnmower, but to see a roost is not that common. Most people either wouldn't notice it because it would occur somewhere where they, you know, wouldn't be right out on the street or on the road where you can see it. But you might drive right by not even realizing that it isn't a dead tree, it's actually completely covered with resting butterflies that are waiting for the rest of their migratory route. So I had did this picture from memory. I didn't have a camera on me, I was at work, so I had to literally remember this for about 3 or 4 years before I was actually able to paint it. The original painting is 2 foot by 4 foot, because I wanted to accent the height of the tree and the movement of the butterflies underneath the branches. And I didn't really feel like I captured that in this painting, although I think I captured the evening time and what was happening. So after I...
Skip. Another artist had a reading of the arts show, Jim Mikowski.
Okay, my work's a little bit different than traditional artwork. I'm not a painter or a sculptor or anything like that. I work with twigs and branches, and what I try to do is take wood that's created, something created by Mother Nature, and not by altering it, I want to enhance what's there or expose what's already there. So the easiest form to show that in are these, I make pencil holders out of pieces of trees, and the simplest thing that I do is just cut the ends off, sand the ends, and polyurethane the wood. And the only thing that really exposes is it'll expose the growth rings of the tree, kind of tells the story of the life of the tree, if it had a good year or a bad year. And by polyurethaning it, it brings out the details of the bark, birch tree like this. The next thing that I can do is I'll take a section of the tree and remove the bark. And what that does is it exposes what's underneath the bark. You never know that these red colors were there unless you took the bark off the tree itself. And there are a number of ways to do that. You can peel the bark off when it's fresh and it'll come off easily. If the wood's already dry, you can soak it in water and that'll loosen the bark and peel it off that way. This is the same tree, just 2 different styles. Another thing that taking the bark off will expose is the work that the bugs themselves do under the bark. They eat the wood, come in a little hole like that. The tunnel starts out really small when the bug was small, but as he eats, he grows and he gets bigger, and the tunnel under the bark gets bigger too.
And he shall return. But you know, one of the things is he was also a founding member of Chicago Connection Secure Underground Railroad experience. Effort. Okay, that's what the E stands for.
Okay, well, about half of you were here this morning, and the other half weren't, so what I'm going to do is a bit of a shorter version of this morning, but also going to talk about, probably, just the way things go. The emphasis always differ a little bit, but give you a little bit of a sense of what I've been dealing with the Underground Railroad. I've been involved with active research on the Underground Railroad in Northeast Illinois for about 8 or 10 years, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll have a book out that really focuses on the experiences related to the Underground Railroad in Northeast Illinois and by virtue of location in Northwest Indiana, because that border was very porous. And a couple things that I went into some detail this morning, but I'll just kind of touch on briefly. And one of those fundamental things is the need now. An awful lot of people around the country have been doing a lot of work on what we might call the sites and the routes related to the networks that came to be called the Underground Railroad. That is, how did people seeking their freedom move through the territories? And a lot of the work we've all been involved with, and some of you know about, are locations and sites and trails and networks. And it is very clear to me that now there needs to be, in addition to continuing that kind of work, there needs to be a real fundamental shift to focus on freedom seekers. That is the individuals themselves that were involved in finding their freedom.